Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Get to Give. This episode is very special to us because today is
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, and we want to show our gratitude to all the mothers out there that are loving and caring their kids, and as well as our own mothers, because they always have our backs.
Yeah, and gratitude for everybody. And that's our theme for the episode today. So stay tuned later when we're going to be talking about it. But right now, we'd like to take this moment and talk about how grateful we are for our moms and what they do for us.
Yes. Well, my mom has always been there for me, and she's always supported me through everything. Even though I used to not be a good boy, if you could say.
Oh yeah.
And then so yeah, she always had my back. She was always there for me. She always was there for me. She never judged me or never gave up on me, and kept on, trying to raise a perfect son. I'm just kidding. I'm not perfect, but
I know what you're trying to say. And, well, I like to thank my mom for all the hard work and dedication that she always, brings to the table, and how hard she always, we had struggles, and she always overcame them just to give me the best chance that there was out there. And I'm very grateful for that. And maybe you out there, you want to give your mom a shout, give her a kiss, some flowers. It's a small gesture for the big things she has done in your life.
yeah, even say Happy Mother's Day.
Say
Just
it.
something. It's any. Yeah,
A card. Handwritten cards bring a lot from the soul, and, it's a nice touch.
Yeah. Okay. Well, without further ado, let's get to the video.
Boom!
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to our episode of Get to Give.
And it is one of our favorite episodes. And the topic.
Well, yeah, it is one of our favorite
Yeah,
episodes.
it is.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're laughing. But no, it's because it's happiness. It's kind of, it's misunderstood. It's a big topic, but we're trying to we will bring it down and break every single
Condense it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let me start off by saying there's two types of happiness, and that are misunderstood. A lot of people think happiness always should be internal, and it's always inside you. And then there's the external happiness, that the things that make you happy, or the people that make you happy. And shouldn't really completely rely on that, but I believe it's best of both worlds.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree with you, and there's quite a lot to be seen the external and in the internal way, because the way you look at happiness, many people just see the external side. They see success as happiness, and that's the thing. We both think about that, and success is not the last step in happiness. Being happy actually is the last step. So with that, I'll be talking about Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is one of the ways that marketers look at business, the way people should look at happiness, because it's a very simple and condensed way to look at it. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, it's a good way to do well in business. Okay. So basically, we're gonna first talk about the physical aspect of happiness, and of whatever you need. This is physiological needs that you require, such as sleep, food. Every biological function is completely external, and it's there, and it's the first step towards achieving happiness.
And it's the materialistic things, right?
Yeah, it's materialistic. It's having a bed, having food in your fridge, having health, having good water, having this and that. It's basically very, very, very physical.
Yeah.
And very related with your biological needs.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then what's the second step?
Well, the second step was safety. Now, safety comes in the form of shelter, comes in the form of a home, a good bed, and basically it's personal safety, which is what I talked about. Then there's financial safety, being able to, think about it, I think Happify was talking about 75,000 as being the amount of like the salary amount that people most relate to.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot, but
Wow.
at the same time, it's something to aim for and to think about. And with that sort of safety, financial safety, personal safety, comes the part where that sort of relationship develops into love and belonging, which is the third step. Now, love and belonging are different but also very related. Love is more like relationships, and there are bad relationships and good relationships, and where people, suffer, have bad emotional contact, and well, sometimes you need that sort of thing and sometimes you don't. You need very good positive relationships. Then you have the feeling of belonging.
Yeah.
Now this
absolutely.
is external as well as internal, because internally you can feel accepted, but belonging to a group, belonging to a family, and being always supported is a very external factor, playing on happiness.
Yeah. And also, like, a lot of people, they seek happiness within others, especially people, most people in relationships, and that's why they get hurt after relationships, because the happiness is within you. Let's say if you're in a relationship that did not last and you had to break up. If you think about it, that person made you happy because of the things that that person did, the things that you particularly liked, and maybe that person wouldn't be happy with someone else. So it's basically who you are that makes you happy. It's a reflection of what you see in others that makes you happy. So having that mindset of saying it's in your head, you don't need anyone else. And I remember this old friend of mine was telling me this story about this author. He was getting I don't know where this story came from, but it's a really inspiring story. There was this author, and he was he got a really big deal from this company to write them a book, and he had two choices: either write the book and and put his morals down and didn't have a lot of money, or not write the book. So he didn't know what to choose. So you know what he did? Instead, he went to the local bakery and he got a piece of bread. And then he went home that night and he ate that piece of bread and he slept with his jacket on himself. In the next morning, he woke up and he realized that he doesn't need that money. He wants that money, but he doesn't need it. So he said no. He said no to the deals, and he didn't write that book. So I'm saying this story because I've been in toxic relationships. I've been in relationships that are that pulled me back from my success. And to be honest, it wasn't that person's fault. It wasn't the other person's fault. It was my fault because I was giving too much, and I was caring too much, and I was it was basically me pulling myself down without me realizing it and blaming it on another person.
And well, this is where I would have to contradict you, just because I have an opposing view to that. But that's okay. Like, I feel like there's viewers out there who share
Yeah.
both of our views. Because,
Yeah.
for example, my current relationship, I'm being supported all the way through, and I have, well, my girlfriend and everybody around her and around me supporting me and supporting us, and always been encouraging. And this is one of the reasons why, well, I'm here today doing this, because she's been constantly supporting me, and we've both been investing equal amounts of work into our relationship. And that's why, for me, love is a very positive and very energetic and a very, very, very good thing. I mean, I've had horrible relationships, but I haven't had love like that kind of thing.
Oh, I see. Well, to me, it's different. To me, it's like if I want to become successful, then it's more of me wanting to make a better self of
Yeah,
myself.
it's more like self-driven.
So like I don't like, yeah, it's good to have support, but I particularly don't don't really agree with success and relationships at the same part. Like, you know, I understand your part. I understand, you know. But if you have like if you're with someone that is, you know, very supportive, that always pushes you for success, then that's good, you know. But most relationships that I have personally seen, it's one person is really motivated, the other person doesn't really, doesn't care about, like, you know, success. So but what happens, that person will keep on bringing that person down, or having that person on the same level, because they don't share the same mindset.
Yeah.
So with me, I don't agree with relationships that are, holding you on the same part and trying to become successful. Personally, if I was in a relationship like that, I would end that relationship. Yeah, and it's really hard, and because you really attach to that person, or you love that person, and you don't have to, like, end the relationship with that person. You can always have, like, your own mindset, but you have to be much stronger to overpower their mindsets, because of how much you care and love them, and you're always trying to make them happy.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I know what you're getting.
So that being said, like, becoming happy in general, like, you have to kind of first accept yourself. That's the very first, like, step, is accept who you are. Like, look around you, see what you have, see where you are in life, and accept your surroundings and what kind of life you're living. Because if you don't accept it, then you're never gonna know where you're gonna go, because you have to.
And that leads me into the fourth point of the list. That would be the esteem. So basically, right now with what kind of person do others see you as, and that's where this love and belonging also plays an important role. The external factor in the internal factor, because the way others see you is how you see yourself, and the way others respect you, and the amount of respect
Absolutely.
you have earned through your work and through your paces and doing all of that really, really takes you back, you take that in, and you internalize it, and then you externalize it once again. It's a very complicated conversion system, and it's kind of and it's hard to understand, and it's hard for us to explain, and even us have to actually work hard to see where we're going with it. And with that is the last step, the self-actualization. This is only 10% external and 90% internal, because it's how you see yourself. How do you wake up in the morning and think about how you are, and think about who you are, and think about what you can be? So you get to understand what's in your mind, what's in your head, and how others have seen you, how your relationships affect you, how your personal safety, how your financial safety, and how all of the physiological needs that you need to accomplish in a day combine and now fill that top of the pyramid.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with it. Because you need the balance of both. You need balance of external things, and you need a balance of internal things. And you shouldn't, like, by external, it shouldn't be like relying on someone. It should be like looking, like, having someone that will motivate you, but not like relying on them. Not like completely say my success or my motivation is this person, because I believe that should be internal. So, like, for me, the second step would be to get to know yourself, because a lot of people don't know themselves. When, like, for me, personally, I know that helping others and making others people will make me happy. And also, whenever I achieve my goals, like whatever goal I set, even if it's a weekly goal, monthly goal, yearly goal, any kind of goal, whenever I achieve it, then I become happy. And also business makes me happy. I love doing business. I love being around business people and learning more. That's what makes me happy. So once I know that, then I can go and I can find people who are like-minded as me. I can find people who are who want to be, who are happy and who are positive in my, like, that will have a positive impact in my life. That's what I mean. And a lot of people have negative, like, people, and we've talked about that on our motivation video, the last video, the first episode. And even with happiness, because happiness is like having positive, like, having positive people around you. But having negative people, yeah, it will like this will contradict everything you're trying to do. It will contradict if you're trying to become happy, because when you have negative people, they'll, even if they don't say anything, just having them around will, have this bad vibe. Have you had that? Like,
Actually, I've felt that multiple times.
yeah, like someone walks in the room and then you just like, I don't
dampens
know.
the room.
I feel like I'm in a dark place, like that in like you're in the cave in the Lord of the
dark
Rings.
place.
Yeah.
I am the dark place.
So yeah, and do the things you love, like happy. And yes, for some of us it's not easy, because some people, they work a lot and they have families to take care of. Do little things, like start with little things, and happiness it gets like addicting when you're a happy person and start doing things that make you happy.
Yeah,
it becomes addicting.
And
so
achieving the goals, like we said last time in the motivation video, having that list of goals, starting with the smaller goals on that list and filling it up, it feels like it's an accomplishment. Now it becomes like a progress bar of your life, and now you can feel like it's taking, you can go places just because of the way you see motivation and the way you see happiness, because that's actually very, very hard to like see and to understand.
Yeah, because like what you do and how you act is what you attract. And there's a lot of conspiracy theorists that have this whole mindset, all that
Illuminati
stuff.
confirmed. I just wanted to throw that in there.
So yeah, no, we're not.
No, it's okay. We're not.
We're gonna get a lot of hate for that. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But anyways, it's like, do things that make you really happy.
Oh, and another thing to think about is just money doesn't buy you happiness.
It buys you Lamborghini.
Oh yeah, it does. And you can cry your tears away in that Lamborghini, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So, money makes you comfort. Like if you're trying to become rich,
Good for you.
yeah, it's not a bad goal. It's not
It's not the greatest of the goals,
Yeah.
because you feel that is very external, and
Yeah.
you need to internalize some of that success.
So if you have goals and think about yourself, okay, position yourself that you've already accomplished everything. Okay, you want a big house, you want a fancy car. Just close your eyes and imagine you had everything. Would you be happy? Now, would you be happy for the rest of your life? Would you want more than that? Because generally, like we all, whenever we have something, we want it. Like think about it. When you get like a new laptop or
Yeah.
like a new gadget or anything, a new car. The first day you're like driving it so like carefully, and like you're having like 100 meters apart from everyone. You park like you stop like
Yeah, you
300
park it
meters.
like on two different lines. That way people don't park around you. That way you can open the doors. Don't be that person. I like
Yeah.
to key their stuff.
I'm that person.
Oh, I would
Yeah,
key your car.
Yeah. If anyone keys my car, I know it was you.
Okay, fine.
So yeah, just think about if you had it, would you be completely happy? And not at the moment, like would you be happy 2 years after you have everything? That's why a lot of people, like for example,
Fill up their gap with that sort of thing.
yeah,
Just
like
buying.
like a lot of people who win lotteries, they didn't work hard for it, and they don't appreciate it, so they go broke after a couple of years.
I know, because it's all spent just filling up that gap.
Yeah, and then they're not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and people, some people they have like bad relationships. They have like they're not in a good family. They were not raised in a good family, and they blame it on others, because your happiness is basically just you're on your own. You're not like, your happiness is within you. So, you can have the happiest person, and that person can go like through a lot. Like usually people who go through a lot in their life, they become really happy because they learn from it.
Yeah, and it's like if you see the poorest people are the happiest.
Yeah.
And there's a reason behind it.
And they're more
because-
giving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I've seen so many videos like even like or even movies or
Yeah,
whatever.
but there's like prank videos on YouTube, and
Yeah.
if you go, you can like look up, but you will always see the poorest person give out money, even though they have almost nothing. They are willing to share whatever they have with others, and that makes them happy, and that fills up that internal thing that buying a lot of things and buying a lot of expensive stuff doesn't fill.
Okay.
You can have all the credit cards, all the MasterCards, or you have all the accounts filled up, and you can sit there and internalize almost nothing.
Yeah, and like giving you a better example, it's like this. It's like, think of yourself like right here, Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Think of your job, everything you're getting, income, everything you're getting, like your family, over here.
Mm-hmm.
So what most people do is when they receive from here, they just keep on keeping it to themselves. They're being like greedy. They keep on keeping it to themselves, so they know they can have whatever they want.
Yeah.
But to me, if you're like, let's say this is where you're getting all your stuff, and this is like other people right here. If you're getting everything, like income, your happiness, and you share it with other people, then you get the same thing back. So now that you have shared more, you're getting more and
You're making
more.
a web of.
Oh
like,
yeah, and you basically you're growing your bubble, if you could call it. Bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that gives us gives you the better mindset of becoming happy. And I hope this video helped. And please, if you liked it, please give you a thumbs up. It really helps us. And please don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe
Right here.
Right
Okay.
here.
And thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.